The Minister of Agriculture and his team met with residents of Platanka and Lighttown on the east bank of Berbice over the last weekend. Narima Ali reports.
Farmers and residents of Platanka and its neighbouring communities along the east bank of Berbice met with the Minister of Agriculture, Honourable Zulfikar Mustafa, last Saturday to raise concerns and issues that were affecting them. The Minister and his team then listened to the needs of the residents.
Flooding. A lot of cattle dead out from there, a lot of fruit trees, all my farm duck out. I'm a farmer over 30 years now.
Livestock, the government will help you to go back to the land and start back your life. The President himself has pronounced that the government will do it. We have already collected the raw data across the country. We might not capture everyone. Who was not captured, let us capture them now. But we already have the majority of data that we are looking at. And I am anticipating that the President will pronounce shortly what type of help will be given to the farmers, either livestock or cash crop farmers or rice farmers. But the government will help. And we in the Ministry of Agriculture also have already alerted the two major agencies, or the three major agencies, Livestock, NARI, and GRDB, that they will have to prepare also to help people with kinds, things like planting material back, things like breeding animal, rice seed paddy. Those things will have to help back the farmers to get them back to the land, because it's very important.
The Mara Farmers Association made a request for a tractor.
Northern impoundment within the Mara Trade Scheme area. That is Belmont Canal. That canal is very silt up, very much silt up, in a very deplorable state right now. If that canal been excavated during that time, we didn't even suffer that tremendous loss. Our Farmers Association is a registered organization, is a non-governmental organization, non-charitable organization. We want to acquire a tractor. I think through our association we write a letter to you sometimes a few months ago, but we get no response.
I am looking strongly to see from our level. I receive your letter, but I can't make a commitment as soon as I receive a letter that, yes, I will give you a tractor and trailer. Right? But we are looking and we will work together. And I'm hoping that we can achieve that goal later on.
Other residents highlighted these issues that were affecting them.
One that Platanka was 90 rods and one that Berbice was 60 rods. So why do we inspect with say some people get it as early as possible? And because the output is blocked up, the canal eventually blocked up.
You get a main trench we need to dig.
And where this trench is?
Cape Moon.
Alright, good.
And you get a coker at Big Tree, with the scarlet place, Big Tree. The coker, the door break up.
I'm kindly asking you, the Ministry of Agriculture, kindly use your good artists, push a word or two for the state of our road. We're suffering on the road.
To them, friend, when them tell you go to lands and survey, and you have to apply and go through the procedure, when you're willing to go through the procedure and you reach up, them tell you, say, this document the land don't occupy. And you who live there, they will deprive you from getting and bring them own friend and give them. So we asking, please, if something can start out with the government and let the resident in this scheme have title for the land, because we live there over 30 odd years and some people are there 60 years.
Unless we deal with the Conservancy Dam, every one of us going to continue flood no matter if we dig our lem trench.
Other comrades who raise issues, go with the engineer, do a visit on all these issues that you all raise. I can't make a decision that you raise these things and say, all right, we will send machine or we will not send machine there. Let the engineer do a program. But I want to make one commitment, that within 1 week I will send a machine and the crown down to do the conservancy, so that we can see all of it.
The minister traveled to the Lighttown Primary School that was several villages away, where he met with more farmers.
We clean the road trench. Up to now, we just pushing it around. Right? Up to now, You could walk across the road trench. The road trench still is there. Nobody come here to clean it.
Village, a man by the name of Berbice, Black Government Trench. I have no drainage. Back and front, all two outlets. I have no drainage. I have 3 little youth, 2 little youth right now living with me home. And all 2 of them got to death dwelling with the stagnant water. I don't know what solution I could give about it. I'll get upon it, but all I'm asking for is for somebody who in this position to do it, remove the trench that is black with the bare mud from both outlets.
We have a trench at the back. And if we get that trench clean, both villages or all the farmers, they're going to get benefit from that trench. It's from Chapel Ground, if you know the area, but from Chapel Ground straight across to actually to Kitty, and that would benefit the few farmers in the area.
The dam is really bad. You can't get in there right now, and the drainage is really bad. I mean, you guys, there's a lot of people planting in that area, and it would be really good if you guys could repair the dam and dig the drain.
Was flood. 5 cars dead on the backyard. Anyhow, Highmark come there. The Highmark said they will try to talk and carry the Highmark. They hire on Highmark to $150,000 and they save 80 acres of rice.
I lose a couple acres of rice during the flooding, but in our area we have a poor drainage. I'm asking if the government could dig the place through and we could go back on the rice crop again. Thank you very much, sir.
On the main canal down, I need one tube across. We get cocoa, but not so as, general. But if I could get a tube to go across and get like about 450 rod digging, a reserve trench. If I could get the dig, I will want down for it.
The minister responded by saying this.
But remember, we can't do everything at one time. We have to do it in a phased approach, and we have to prioritize the development. And I also help some personal requests to enhance some personal farms that are flooded out. So that must be in the program. I will ask the engineer to come here on Wednesday. I want a small committee to be formed, work along with this committee to see the number of structures and canals that have to be excavated and structures that have to be built. We need to formulate a program, put it in order of priorities, and as soon as I have that, I will give instructions to have work done in the community. But rest assured, we will do the work for the entire area here.
Minister Mustafa and his team also visited Sisters Village, where similar concerns were raised. Narima Ali, Channel 8 News.